The question is, will I have a flat tummy after my tummy tuck
Will
surgery?
I have a flat tummy after my tummy tuck surgery? And the answer is, it'll be flatter than it is now. Digging deeper into it, why might you not have a completely flat tummy after a tummy tuck operation? Okay, so there are a few reasons why you may not completely, and some of them are obvious and some of them are not. So first of all, you could not have a completely flat tummy after your tummy tuck surgery if you still have skin looseness. You shouldn't have skin looseness after your tummy tuck surgery. That's really dealt with. It's so tight you won't be able to stand straight. But what often happens is later down the line, you get recurrence of skin laxity. And that's actually not unusual. And it depends on your starting skin type as to how likely and to what extent you'll get that. So we'll be able to advise you on that. Secondly, fat. Fat can stop you having a totally flat tummy. The amount of fat, we normally do liposuction at the same time as a tummy tuck, and the amount of liposuction, the amount that your fat will be reduced by liposuction will be about half, 50-60%, something like that. It will be about halved. So if you start off with a pinch thickness of 20 millimeters, so really kind of little pinch of your tummy, and we reduce that to 10-12 millimeters, then right, you're going to have a flat tummy. That's good. But if you start off with 40 or 50 and we reduce it to 20 or 30, then you'd say no, you've still got a bit of cuddly kind of podge there. So that might not be totally flat. Third one, least intuitive, I'd say. One reason you cannot have a flat tummy is having muscle separation, but we will fix that and it will stay fixed. So we can put that one to bed. Fourth reason you might not have a completely flat tummy would be, and this is the one that I'd say is the least intuitive, pelvic tilt. Do you know about pelvic tilt? Mm-hmm. Okay, can I demonstrate this with a wine glass, even though it's got rosé in it? Right. Okay.
You might need to do your disclaimer.
Okay.
I'm not giving medical advice.
Not medical advice, because here's my glass of rosé. Not much drunk, mind you, but there you go. Your pelvis is like a sort of a receptacle, a glass, if you will. But what most people don't fully appreciate is it's not a bucket that's always upright, but your pelvis has a tilt to it, a forward tilt. And it's that forward tilt that is responsible for the initial curvature of the small of your back. And it's also what's responsible for the curvature of the front of your tummy.
Pushing out the
tummy.
Now,
some people have a more tilted pelvis than others. So if your pelvis is like that, no one has a vertical pelvis, but if your pelvis is like that, then you'll have a pretty straight, a pretty vertical, pretty flat tummy. But if your pelvis is like that, then you really won't, whatever happens. I actually did a tummy tuck on someone today with a pelvis exactly like that, and I got some video and photography, so we'll show that. But you can see in her case, I've lifted up the skin, I've removed all the fat, there's just her muscle wall there, and she still doesn't, and I've repaired the muscle, and she still doesn't have a flat tummy. So no amount of skin removal and no amount of fat reduction.
So it's postural, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember when I was doing ballet lessons, my ballet teacher used to say to me, tuck it under, tuck your bottom
Tuck
under,
your tail in.
Tuck your tail in.
Right.
All the time.
Tuck your tail in.
Yeah.
And that will straighten your tummy. But no one walks around with their tail tucked in.
But it's something you can practice. It's something you can learn. It's something and when you're aware of your posture,
yeah.
if you're aware of what it's doing to
You've got a great posture.
Oh,
I think you've got a great posture. And here's the other thing.
Apart from those photos of sort of being on holiday.
No, ignore this. And holiday photos are there to be destroyed. And what's interesting as well, that tilt can actually change. So if you have muscle separation, then you actually find that the tilt increases because your posture changes as an adaptive response. Yeah. When your muscles are strong and toned, you can stand straighter. But when they're
front, yeah, but when they're
not, you're having to adjust your
back.
posture in order to keep everything from tipping forwards.
And this is why people have back pain, because they're not
exactly.
aware. The core, you tighten your core, strengthen your core at the front, then it brings it all forwards.
Yeah,
doesn't it?
It does.
But also we should be aware, ladies post-birth, etc. You should be aware that strength has gone in your posture, and you should try and tilt your body forwards
and your core if you can.
Try and just be aware of it, and you will notice it happening. Yeah.